Have you ever wondered why some men effortlessly attract women while others struggle? Is it their looks, their money, their confidence? Or is there something deeper, something that flips a switch in a woman's mind and makes her see a man as irresistible? Today, we're going to uncover one brutal truth that makes 95.7% of women find you absolutely magnetic. And once you understand it, you'll never look at attraction the same way again. But before we dive in, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with a friend who needs to hear this. Trust me, they'll thank you later. Now, let's get into it. Attraction isn't just about looks, wealth, or even confidence. Those things help, sure, but the one undeniable trait that makes a man truly irresistible is emotional strength. Yes, you heard that right. Women are wired to be drawn to men who have an unshakable sense of self, a solid emotional foundation, and the ability to handle life's challenges with a calm, steady presence. This quality is not only attractive, but also essential for long-term relationships. Think about it. When a man is emotionally strong, he doesn't get rattled easily. He doesn't beg for approval. He doesn't break under pressure. He remains consistent and reliable in all aspects of life. Instead, he stands firm, makes decisions with certainty, and navigates life with a quiet confidence that speaks louder than words. And women notice. They are instinctively drawn to a man who exudes stability and certainty because it signals that he can provide both emotional and physical security. Why? Because deep down, a woman's attraction is fueled by a sense of security. When she sees a man who can handle himself, who doesn't crumble in difficult situations, and who doesn't rely on her for emotional validation, that's powerful. It communicates that he is in control of his own happiness and that he doesn't need external validation to feel fulfilled. Now, let's break it down into 3 key areas where emotional strength makes you irresistible. 1. You don't chase, you attract. Weak men chase, strong men draw people in. This fundamental truth applies not just to dating, but to all aspects of life. When you are emotionally strong, you do not need to convince anyone to like you. Instead, you carry yourself with a quiet assurance that naturally pulls others toward you. This is not about playing games or manipulating people. Rather, it is about being genuinely content with yourself. That kind of energy is magnetic and undeniable. Desperation is repellent. The moment you exude neediness, people sense it and instinctively pull away. On the other hand, detachment is attractive. When you live your life with purpose, when you are busy pursuing your goals and improving yourself, people can feel that energy. Women, in particular, are drawn to men who give off the impression that they have options, that they are not fazed by rejection, and that their primary focus is on their mission in life. When you project that your happiness isn't tied to external validation, others are naturally drawn to you. A man who chases a woman signals that he sees her as a prize, something above him. This instantly shifts the power dynamic and often leads to rejection. The moment you put someone on a pedestal, they begin looking down at you. Instead of chasing, develop yourself into someone worth chasing. Work on your ambitions, cultivate your passions, and build a life so fulfilling that people naturally gravitate toward you. Success, confidence, and fulfillment are all inherently attractive qualities. Women and people in general admire those who radiate purpose and drive. Men who understand this principle focus on self-improvement rather than external validation. They work on their physical fitness, financial independence, and emotional intelligence. They do not waste time pining over people who are indifferent to them. Instead, they build themselves up until they become the kind of men that others want to be around. This is why successful, confident men rarely struggle with attraction, because their value is self-evident, not something they have to plead for. The key is confidence, but not arrogance. True confidence comes from knowing your worth, not from boasting about it. When you know who you are, you do not need to chase validation. The right people will recognize your value and naturally be drawn to you. This is not about ignoring women or acting cold, but rather about being so secure in yourself that your presence alone captivates. A man who attracts rather than chases is someone who invests in himself, learns new skills, and exudes an aura of self-sufficiency. This doesn't mean shutting others out. Rather, it means you are so engrossed in your growth that people want to be part of your journey. When your focus is on building a meaningful life, attraction happens effortlessly. You become the person that others want to be around, not because you demand attention, but because your energy commands it. 2. You handle pressure like a king. Life is unpredictable, and challenges are inevitable. How you respond to these challenges defines your character and, in turn, your attractiveness. A man who loses his temper over minor inconveniences appears weak. A man who panics under pressure gives off an air of instability. However, a man who remains composed, even in the face of chaos, is deeply attractive. Women respect men who can stay calm under pressure. It signals that you are dependable, that you can handle difficulties, and that you will not crumble when things get tough. This quality makes you a pillar of stability in her life. Strength is not just physical, it is mental and emotional resilience. The ability to weather storms with a level head separates strong men from weak ones. Imagine a couple facing an unexpected crisis, a financial setback, a family emergency, or a tough confrontation. A weak man reacts emotionally, either by shutting down or lashing out. But an emotionally strong man assesses the situation, determines the best course of action, and leads with confidence. Women find this deeply attractive because it reassures them that they are with someone capable of handling life's uncertainties. A woman does not want to feel like she has to take care of a man emotionally. She wants a partner who can stand strong alongside her. Handling pressure well extends beyond moments of crisis. A man who can manage stress, make rational decisions, and keep his emotions in check in everyday situations, whether at work, in friendships, or in relationships, will always command respect and admiration. The ability to remain calm and collected in traffic, at work, or in tense discussions demonstrates a mastery over one's emotions. This does not mean suppressing emotions or pretending to be unaffected by hardships. Instead, it is about mastering emotional control. A strong man acknowledges his feelings but does not let them dictate his actions. He takes responsibility for his emotions, channels his energy productively, and finds solutions rather than dwelling on problems. The world respects problem solvers, not complainers. Emotional resilience and mental toughness separate strong men from weak ones. When you handle life's pressures with confidence and composure, people will naturally look up to you. Women will find you attractive not just because of how you look or what you own, but because of the unshakable presence you bring into their lives. Pressure also reveals true character. In times of crisis, people look to leaders. When you remain calm and collected while others panic, you establish yourself as someone to rely on. This is why men in leadership positions, those who can navigate difficulties with wisdom and poise, are naturally more attractive. In relationships, business, and life, the ability to stay composed under pressure is an invaluable trait. 3. You set boundaries and demand respect. A weak man allows people to walk all over him. A strong man, on the other hand, sets clear boundaries and enforces them with conviction. Women admire men who know their worth and refuse to tolerate disrespect. If you respect yourself enough to establish and uphold boundaries, whether in relationships, friendships, or your career, others will respect you too. When a woman sees that you do not need her approval to feel good about yourself, she will be drawn to you even more. This is the paradox of attraction. Desperation and neediness push people away, but self-respect and confidence draw them in. A man who constantly seeks validation will never be truly respected. Setting boundaries is not about being aggressive or controlling. It is about having high standards for yourself and others. It means knowing what you will and will not tolerate. If a woman disrespects you, flakes on plans, or tries to manipulate you, a strong man does not beg for her attention. He walks away. This sends a clear message. I value myself too much to accept anything less than what I deserve. A man who demands respect through his actions rather than his words holds an undeniable sense of authority. He does not argue or plead for validation. Instead, he sets his standards and lets people choose whether they want to be part of his life. When you carry yourself with quiet confidence and enforce your boundaries with certainty, others take notice. The bottom line: the world respects a man who respects himself. If you are clear about your values, if you communicate them confidently, and if you are willing to walk away from situations that do not align with them, you will command admiration. A strong man does not need to demand respect loudly. He earns it through his actions, his self-discipline, and his unwavering sense of self-worth. And that, more than anything else, makes him irresistible. A man with boundaries is a man who understands his own value. He does not accept poor treatment, does not waver in his self-respect, and does not allow his standards to be compromised. Women, colleagues, and friends will naturally gravitate toward a man who holds himself to a high standard. This is the essence of true power. So, here's the brutal truth. If you want to be irresistible to women, build emotional strength. Be the man who stays grounded under pressure, doesn't chase or seek validation, enforces boundaries and respects himself, builds a life filled with passion and purpose. Women don't just want a man, they want a leader, a rock, a presence that makes them feel safe and inspired. When you become that man, attraction is no longer a game of tricks or tactics. It's effortless. Now, if you got value from this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content that will transform your mindset and your dating life. Drop a comment below and let me know. What's one trait you think makes a man truly irresistible? See you in the next video. Stay strong, stay confident, and keep leveling up.